Hey, it don't matter to me, man. Let's just, you be the judge. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you grab my red headpiece from out there? Show. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. It should be on that back chair. I'm gonna switch this one now. The water, I appreciate it. I mean, go with it. So like, I had to change it up a little bit. That one was not working for me. I already seen it happen. Coming. Thing falling on my darn head. All right. You ready? You ready, Nathan? All right. Let's clap it up. All right. You already know what it is, man. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. We are uncommanded in YAHANNA. We are here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans the truth of the Bible. All right. My name is Nakar, Officer 1000, stationed here in Philadelphia. All right. This is the biblical law class. It's Wednesday, biblical law class, where we will be going into the law. All right. And as you see the title, man, it is the downfall of black and brown. All right. So why I made this class today? There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. I think that this is a good time to let everybody understand that we are all in this together. Let's get started. Let me get Deuteronomy 7:6.
Deuteronomy 7:6?
Yes, please.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
We are what?
Holy people.
We are holy people unto the Lord. Meaning what? That we are not supposed to behave like other people. We're not supposed to hate one another. These other people are supposed to do that. These other nations are supposed to have hate in their heart for their own. We're not supposed to be drug dealers. We're not supposed to serve their gods. We're supposed to serve our God. We're supposed to love the Most High, keep His commandments, and love our brother, love our sisters. Read it from the top again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Yeah.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said that we are holy people, right? Meaning to be separate, be something different than what you was raised to be, right? To be something righteous. All right, keep going.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
God chose us. God chose you to be a special people. God said, Black, Hispanic, Native American man, black and brown man and woman, you are special. You're something that is precious on the face of the earth. Read it again.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
Unto who?
Unto Himself.
Unto who?
Himself.
They say you want to put something in you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. We're reading out the book now. We're reading. We're hearing the words of God through the mouth of Moses. Read it one more time.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself above all people.
Above some.
All people.
A quarter.
All people.
50%.
All people.
3/4.
All people.
That sounds like one whole to me, man. Of all people on the face of the earth. God chose black and brown people to be the image of Him on the face of the earth. So as I'm watching the Met Gala, Everybody was turned up for the Met Gala. I seen all them celebrities. 98% of the men that went to that Met Gala is gay. That is not the representation of the Most High. Majority of the men that was there, including black and brown men, were gay. The women that went there, I mean, good night. You never want to wear clothes. You always have your body exposed. That is not representing the Most High on the face of the earth. That's not the way of Israel. Men being sodomites and women being whores. That is not the way of the Most High. God did not intend for us to behave in that manner. And we should see that is a big issue in our community. We always fight. We always crying for change. We always saying we want change. Well, you have to change yourself. You have to be something greater than what you are today. You have to understand that God did choose you. And God wants you to also understand that you had to uphold the law. You have to keep the commandments that he put on the face of the earth. You don't believe me? Give me Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 26. To break down this whole, we always go to these scriptures. I go to these scriptures every time I start the class because I want you to truly get in your brain of this knowledge that's being dropped right now. Everything good with that computer up?
Every time I switch off, it says loud device.
Loud device?
Yeah.
What you mean?
This
Can you mute it? There's a way you can like mute it. So is it referring to the microphone?
Oh God, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be holy unto me. That's what the Most High said. Meaning, you had to be something different on the face of the earth. You can't behave like Africans. You can't behave like the white man. You can't behave like the Asian man. You can't behave like the Arab man and the East Indian man. You had to be something that is different. We're reading out the Bible. Everything that we're reading is out the Bible. Now, here's the thing. Do you need a charger?
No, that's not the charger.
That John crazy. It ain't a charger. Like the laptop don't need to be charged. That's not what is. You saying that is?
No, we don't need a charger.
Right.
Charge plugged up.
All right. All right. Cool. So, boom. The Most High said that, man, we holy unto Him. Can you read it?
Come God, for I the Lord am holy.
Right.
And had severed you.
He has severed you. He severed us from other nations. That's what he did. Cut off. He cut us away from being with these other nations. That was a good thing. Right? When you have a son or you have a daughter, you want to make them not be around bad crowds. And when you see, when we usually give our kids the talk, we tell them, hey man, it's not good to be don't be around people that's wicked. Don't be around wicked people. Don't be around troublemakers. That's what the Most High is saying to us. Man, I cut you away. I severed you. I cut you off from these other nations because these other nations is going to lead you down the wrong path. You get me? I chose you to represent me. You got to put the world in order. You shouldn't be following after them. They should follow you. Go ahead.
Come God, you from other people, that ye shall be mine.
That what?
Ye shall be mine.
The Most High wants you to be his. He wants us to serve him, right? He wants us to be able to keep the commandments, represent him on the face of the earth. Like, the Most High wants us to rule this place, man. But the issue is we sin against the Most High. We're gonna go into these curses. Now, your pastor, your Catholic priest, you know, they lied to you. They told you that God is a white man, that, you know, God is Jesus, and you don't have to keep the commandments of God. That is a bold-faced lie. It is a lie, and it is only going to destroy us even more. When we took on the identity of our oppressor, we took on Satan. We took on the demons. That's why when you look in Christianity, you know, you see so much molestation in the church. You see so many men and women becoming criminals. The same thing for Islam. So many of us choose Islam and still going to sell drugs, still going to do the wickedness that we were doing in Christianity, right? Both of the religions serve the same purpose. But when you actually serve the Most High, it's totally different. You can't do what you want to do. You got to do what the Most High tell you to do. You got to keep the commandments. You got to love your brother, love your sister. You can't follow the way of the heathen. But the way of the heathen is going to have you somewhere in prison, in family court, in the prison system, you know, in 6 feet under. I mean, we can just keep going, right? You want to change the way how you look at life. That's what God wants you to understand. God wants you to change the way how you look at life, and he wants you to be better. He wants you to be all that you can be through his strength. Read Romans 12:2. Bubba, sure.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You have to renew your mind. You cannot be conformed to this world. This world is going to destroy you. It's destroying us every day and night. Every day and night. Even when you're in the truth. If you find yourself drifting off back into the world, it's going to show. Because the world is that dangerous. I have seen so many brothers, so many sisters turn back to their vomit. Go back to their vomit. Go back to their evil ways. And then it's like a stain on a jacket. It's like it's so visual. You cannot be conformed to the world because it is a stain that is hard to wash off. The only way you can wash that stain off is you coming through these doors, being taught by Officer NAYAAHLA, being taught by Officer Quatazar, being taught by General Muhammad, being taught by Officer Nakar, Officer Yedaya, Officer Marad, Officer Atanya, Officer Abba, Officer Award. You understand? Going into our schools that we have nationwide and learning and cleansing yourself. It's only one way to get clean. You're not getting cleaned in the Christian church. You go to the Christian church and think that you're getting clean, you have mistaken yourself. Because when you go to the Christian church, you're still able to do the filthy things that you once was able to do. Go ahead.
Concept saying so heavy because you join the Christian church, you're going to get more demons on you.
Hello. You know, you join the Christian church, you're going to accept even more vile behavior. Right? You're going to be fine with a gay man being your choir director. You'll have a whole homosexual in your choir singing you gospel songs. Yeah, like come as you are, but you cannot continue to be the same person. Where the hell they do that at? Christ ain't died so that you can continue to be a homosexual, continue to be a murderer, continue to be a pimp, beat on your wife. abuse your husband. He ain't die for that. So what are we talking about? All of this is coming from our oppressor. Black and brown people, we must wake up and see that being conformed to this world is dangerous. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for our families. It's not safe for our community. And more than likely, the Most High is tired of seeing us at the bottom. Like, think about it. He made this covenant with our forefathers. Just for him to see us being at the bottom. Carmelo Anthony, the young man that had to unalive that white boy down in Texas. We shouldn't have to deal with those types of problems. We shouldn't have to be in these situations where we at the bottom, where we're praying that we can get justice. We should be knowing that justice will be served because the men of the Lord is the judges. But we don't have that. You know, in I.S.U.P.K, we have where we make our judgments, but I'm talking about making real judgments on a commonwealth status, being able to put your ass in jail. Some of y'all need to go to jail. You're so out of pocket. Especially a lot of you brothers and sisters that can't keep your damn hands to yourself in those damn relationships. They said it'd be like Holyfield and Tyson and on Chris, man. Some of y'all need to get your rights taken away from you. And it should be coming through Commander YAHANNA. We pray for the day that we can be able to have that power on the earth. And you should pray for it too. Go ahead. What you was going to say?
I was going to say, they do all that nice stuff in front of the kids too.
Good night. You beating the hell out of your wife. Your kid just looking at you like, damn. Let go of my mommy. Stop, Dad. Don't hurt mommy. You're good.
I said, well, vice versa. You see the man.
Yeah, you see the wife. Haymaking the hell out of her husband. He just knocked on the floor. And the kids gotta say, stop, mommy. You're hurting daddy. That is out of pocket. But again, when we follow the heathen, when we don't do what the Most High say to do in this Bible, you get those type of situations in the house. And we should look at the way how we setting up our houses, the way how our structure is just within ourselves, right? It is totally out of whack. All right. Give me Hosea 4:6. All right. Give me Hosea 4:6. Black and Hispanics, Native Americans, we are family according to God. God chose our forefathers to be his elect, his people, to put his name through their loins so that we can be known as Israel today. Your pastor and your imam is not going to teach you that. They're going to teach you how to be a slave. Why do you think that most of these men that's celebrities go and marry wrong women? They marrying whores or they marrying white whores? But when you actually read the Bible, you won't see a man that actually takes on the Bible, takes on the identity that the Most High put out there for us to keep. You won't see, like, I know I won't see nothing with a white woman. Right?
God.
I ain't gonna see nothing with a white woman. I seen nothing with some bad Jones. They ain't gonna be sisters. They gonna be Black, Hispanic, Native American. He might have one, he might have a couple. But hey, listen, he gonna never go play in the snow. Right? Because he understands, hey, God said not to do that. So I'm not gonna do it. You understand? But when you had the spirit of Christianity, when you had the spirit of Islam, you'll get that white woman. You would get that white woman and you would choose her over your own people. I never can trust a man that would marry a white woman. I can't do it. It'll be hard. I don't even know how I can really like. Those conversations would be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like don't like you ever talk to a brother that has a white woman? You ever spoke with a brother that has a white woman? And you like trying to talk to him on some brother? Yeah, brother, black power. It's hard to talk to a black man when he got a white woman at home. He got a heathen at home. You sisters out there, give me Deuteronomy 7:3. Matter of fact, give me Hosea 4:6. We're going to read that. You sisters out there, y'all are precious. Even though y'all get on our damn nerves. Something is wrong with y'all. But we love you, and we got to deal with y'all drama that y'all come with. But here's the thing. The amount of drama that you come with doesn't amount to me saying F you and go get an Asian woman or go get a white woman, or go get an African woman, go get a Arab or some East Indian woman. I'm going to pick out of the litter of Black, Hispanic, and Native American women. I'm going to choose wisely always. And I'm going to stick with mine. Right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We destroyed like hell. We are destroyed like hell. We believe that we can love white people. We believe that God loves everybody. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says something totally different. It says, man, don't love your enemies. Don't trust them. You don't believe me? Give me Ecclesiastes 12:10, please. Please, Bubba Shaw, can you please get that scripture for me? Ecclesiastes 12:10. Read it when you have it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Never trust thy enemy.
You can tell he read that a lot. When you read never trust thy enemy, most of you would think, well, God said to love your enemy. Read it one more time.
Never trust thy enemy.
You better never trust the white man. You trust the white man, you're going to get the same damnation like everybody else get. Them Africans right now overseas fighting to get the French off of their damn neck. And you want to tell me I got to love white people? Dang, look at the Africans. I'm not even African. I kind of sympathize for them like, dang, yeah, I feel you. Shit, more power to you, brother. Slack it. You know what I mean? Like, dang, I fight. But damn, I understand. You want me to love that person? Listen, Africans listen, let me tell you what them Africans is so angered about. Africans, you would think Africans would be rich as hell because let me tell you something about Africa. Africa can run on its own and not have to use any imports, any exports at all. They have oil, they have every mineral known to man, they have everything, medicine, everything, you name it, every tree, every animal, they have everything. They don't need the world for anything, right? Now, here's the kicker, Nathan. What do you think about Israel? The road map of Israel. The road map of Israel is covering the Middle East. And guess what the Middle East has? When it says the land of milk and honey? Nathan, you know when the Bible says the land of milk and honey? What do you think the Middle East have where we from?
Milk and honey.
Milk and honey. Everything that we need to be able to survive. Everything. The Lord gave us everything over there in Israel. Israel is not that little patch that you see on the map. It's Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, all that. All that is ours. Now imagine if we was to move back to our homeland and took hold of every land that was ours. Do you understand? We'd be the richest country on the face of the earth. Why do you think the Israelis is fighting so hard to take over Gaza? They're trying to get the oil that they found on the land in Gaza and among the Palestinians. You understand? Israel want they want to invade these countries. That's why everything with 9/11 was so it was so much that came around 9/11 that they was like, well, a Jewish man, he owned the Twin Towers. This is the conspiracy out there. The Jewish man owns the Twin Towers. He got funded for it. He wound up getting some big money for it, like 8 billion, 2 billion. Yeah. He wound up buying that joint out. Boom. Buys it out. He was supposed to so-called go there that day. Now, you got conspiracy saying, yo, man, they've been loading this clip up for a long time. Because of Hollywood and all that, they was giving the hints out there like, hey, we got to move growing. Now, let me tell you what happened. The whole weapons of mass destruction was a flim-flam. The main thing they wanted to do is get over there to take and get the oil. Because at one point in time, the countries was able, the money was based off of the gold. At one point in time, gold backed your dollar. Now they was like, look, oil is the real value, because everything that you have, from gasoline to, everything that you have that you have in your house, in your car, everything comes from oil, from crude oil. Go look it up. From your streets all the way up to your gasolines, petroleum, all of that. All that comes from oil. Well, America was like, well, listen, we're not trying to dig in America because digging comes with a lot of bull crap. What we going to do is trying to invade Iraq. We're going to invade. We're going to go into Afghanistan. We're going to try to take that oil for ourselves and say that they have weapons of mass destruction because of the whole thing with 9/11. Right? Whole conspiracy behind it. I believe every goddamn thing because I think the white man is the devil. You get me? I believe. You tell me, listen, it's damn near where, you know, when people be arguing about flat earth, Nathan, I'm like, well, who said that the world was round? The white man? Yeah, I guess it's flat. I guess it's flat. I guess it's round. All I know is the white man is the devil. I believe that white people never even got into space. I don't believe that they ever got into space. I think they're afraid. I think it's something out there that God said that is out there that they are terrified of. You understand? They are terrified. Talking about, oh yeah, Gail King and all them broads that they had on the on that little spaceship. Yeah, they went to space. Them broads ain't go to space. They just went really high up in the sky and then came back down. Don't believe the hype, right? Where would you hold it?
I'm in
Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, right? You never trust your enemy, man. These white people is going to continue to hate us. So many people is speaking on this brother right now that lost his son to his son getting killed by the police. And you see the police officers all lined up when the brother was in the arraignment court. And he in there, and what the brother did, man, he walked up with his head high and looked at every police officer with pain in his heart, man. You know, white people saying, oh yeah, he's a thug, this and that. Those cops, it doesn't matter if the brother had a gun or not. We're tired. Black and brown people, we are tired. We have to wake up every day and see the oppression of our people. We see it from black to brown, brown to black, black to brown, brown to black. Think about how many Native American babies go missing, how many Native American women go missing. These people are so devilish. They will set up beer distributors right next to reservations so that they can suck dry every dollar out of the Native American people. I went to a powwow. I damn near wanted to unalive. I don't want to get a strike or anything like that. All I'm going to say is I was highly upset. because I seen people loving the idea of being a Gadite, being a Native American. They love the idea. They love the attire, but they'll never be able to walk in our shoes. I seen white people wearing chief garments. Oh my gosh, Nathan, they had the big chief hats, headpieces. I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I can't do this. Officer Knock, man. Shout out to Officer. Let's give him a hand. Officer Knock was like, yo, chill. Just relax, yo. Just chill. I was mad because I seen how low our people was, man. Everything's taken from them. Everything. And your pastor telling me I gotta trust these bastards? That I gotta go out and tell these white people not that they are the best thing that ever happened to us. Say that God is white, Jesus is white, and that I just love the whiteness of them. I wish that I was white like them. That's what the hell your pastor wants you to be. They ain't gonna teach you about yourself. You don't go to church to learn about your history. You ever went to church and they taught you about your history? I didn't even, I went to the church and nobody even taught me how to properly read a Bible. I didn't learn how to properly read a Bible until I got into the I.S.U.P.K. Right. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. If we see a young brother in here, a young sister in here with a Bible open, we're going to go over to him. Hey, you know how to read the Bible? The speaker is going to say, hey, you know how to read the Bible? Hey, can you help that young brother? Can you help that young sister? We're going to make sure you know how to read it and comprehend. We want you to truly grasp onto the idea of what life is about and with who you are. You can't sit there and tell me, you can't tell me that you can go in the church and learn anything about yourself. Ain't no real lessons there. You can't go inside, you definitely can't go inside the Muslim mosque and learn any history about yourself. Muslims don't even deal with history. History to Muslims is haram. Am I lying, Nathan? They tell I'm Muslim. And they say they don't say Muslim, they say I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim. What the fuck is it? Salagi. What the hell that mean? So you telling me I can't learn? I was on the phone with a Muslim imam, right? And we talking, and I'm playing like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? I was trying to get some information, and I called and I was like, yeah, I'm just trying, I pretty much was acting like I was Muslim. I said, yeah, man, I just want to, what about the 12 tribes though? Oh yeah, brother, you shouldn't, you Muslim, right? You need to come down to the school and learn. I'm like, well, we supposed to read the Bible, right? Yeah. I'm looking in the Quran, said about Israel, so I started looking it up. I'm like, who the 12 tribes? They don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to tell me that I'm wrong. Cause I said, well, I went into history. I started going into the files and the records. It was actually saying that the people here that was Israelites, and it was us. He was like, we don't worry about all that. We Muslim. We Muslim. What the hell do that got to do with anything? So Arabs can know their history. Abu Bakari, I don't know who the hell all them cats is, but whoever, they get to learn about their history, but we can't learn about ours. So that's what you're telling me Islam is about? Islam is bullcrap. Christianity is bullcrap. And that's how we fell to this day. That's how we fall. We fall victim to lies. We fall victims to deceit because we trust our enemies. The same way iron rust, the same way their wickedness will show. And that wickedness is always going to be there. You trust an Arab, that Arab is going to show you that that is not your brother. Right? You have Muslims that would tell you that you're technically not a brother because you're not Muslim. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Go ahead.
I'm saying it's so heavy because technically, I would say nobody really is Muslim. And it's sad because a lot of them dying so-called Muslims because according to, who is it, the Quran or I guess the real Muslims, in order to be a real Muslim, you gotta visit the Kaaba.
You gotta do it one time in your life, right?
One time in your life.
Make Hajj.
So that means a lot of brothers, they try to practice it, they wear a dress every year, they do all these crazy things to try to worship Islam, and the whole time you're not even a Muslim.
Listen, in Islam, right? You okay. In Islam, you are following stupidity. Like you're following somebody that one is a child molester. Two, you're following somebody that God never dealt with. Even in the Quran, it gets to a point where he said he couldn't identify the voice of Satan and Gabriel. So what came from Satan? What came from Gabriel? How he don't know who the hell the voice of Gabriel or Satan, right? He thought that marrying Aisha at 9 years old was a good thing. He said God, that Allah was with it. Was it Satan that was talking to you, Mr. Muhammad, or was it Gabriel? Let me tell you something. Muhammad just learned from Israelites, our culture. He learned about our culture, and he took it and he remixed it. That's why in the beginning of Islam, they used to pray towards Jerusalem. And he got mad over time because we wasn't converting to his religion. We said, the hell with him. And then he said, all right, F y'all, we praying towards Mecca. Oh, y'all celebrate the feast, y'all celebrate the Day of Atonement. Oh, we gonna do it for 30 days. But we do it from before we eat before the sunrise, and we eat after the sun go down. So what that's like 12 hours, a 12-hour fast. When God said in the Bible that we must keep the Day of Atonement. Now, mostly Christians never celebrated the Day of Atonement, right? But they have celebrated Easter. They have celebrated Thanksgiving. They have celebrated Christmas. They have celebrated 4th of July. Every holiday that the white man gave, and God said not to trust your enemies, not to follow the way of the heathen, not to do none of those ignorant things, because again, you will fall. You will fall so much into a deep ditch that it'll be hard for you to get yourself back up. And that's why we out here today and every other day teaching this truth. We've been teaching this since 1969. So that our people can actually come back to the truth. So our people can actually have redemption. So many of us is walking around with children and we don't know what to do with them because we haven't gave them the correct weaponry so that they can be able to prosper, right? But here in I.S.U.P.K, we're going to teach you how to raise up your child. We're going to teach you how to keep your child from dying in the streets. I remember one sister constantly brought her son to the school every day. Every day her son would come to the school. And one day I was like, yo, man, like, what's up, brother? Like, you want to join the school? And he's like, yeah, I like what y'all doing here. Because he understands, he's learning. Kids, these young people need to learn. These young black and brown children needs to learn. You got to teach a child that Christ is black. That black and brown must unite. You can't teach your child to hate black and brown people. You can't teach your child how to go sell drugs and go be a criminal, go be a whore, go be a harlot, go have sex with a bunch of women and wind up catching something. You cannot pass that down, not knowledge down. You have to pass the knowledge down of God. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1, please.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Yo, you gotta listen to what God is saying. So many of us, we hear this Bible, we look at the Bible, and we don't really grasp onto what God is saying. And you gotta ask yourself, like, how can you truly say that you rock with the Lord, but you're not really rocking with the Lord? Like, when it's time for you to really show and prove, like really step on His truth, when it comes to you to really deal with the Bible and be able to read it and comprehend, yo, we missing the whole play. We missing the whole situation because we was misguided from the beginning. And it's these curses that that befalls us, man. We are cursed people. And damn right, if we can be cursed, then the punishment that white people have coming for them, that God said that is going to happen according to the Bible. Listen, I grew up in a crazy environment, seeing people die, had people die, lost a lot of people, went through hell and taught all types of turmoil. Hey, listen, we all been through it, black and brown. Right now, our brown brothers, our Hispanic brothers and sisters is being deported and vast rates. It's to the point where you can be documented. You can be documented, have your papers, and they will still kick you out. Y'all think it's tough? Think about you going through a whole program for every 4 years. And because they hate Hispanics so much, America hates Hispanics so much that they will literally restart the whole process of them. Every 4 years, they restart the process of them getting citizenship. Because it takes years for it to get approved. Every time a president is elected, it starts over. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Our brothers, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, they are hated, but they the main ones that make this world go round. I'm in the field of construction and engineering. And one thing I can say, being around new construction, they always utilize Hispanics. These restaurants, these businesses utilize Hispanics. These plantations that these farmers have runs off of the blood, sweat, and tears of Hispanics. America runs off the blood, sweat, and tears of Black and Hispanics. And the best way that they can give thanks to us is shipping our brothers into damn concentration camps, sending our brothers and sisters, sending our brothers to a damn what is that? In Salvador? What is that? I forgot the name of the damn prison. Damn. They locking them away in prisons that hold capital punishment on criminals. They locked our babies in cages and still doing it to this day. You ever seen, let me tell y'all how deep this thing go. Tell you how deep this shit is, man. You go on YouTube and go check out the videos, the videos that they had for that was in those ICE concentration camps when it came down to our Hispanic brothers and sisters. And they had them babies in there. Them babies was crying day and night, asking for their mama, asking for their father. It was so disheartening that the judges and the lawyers that had to take the cases was breaking down in tears, feeling bad for them. Those children had to represent them damn selves. You want to sit up here and tell me I got to love the white man? I got to sit up here. I got to be called crazy, a crazy ass nigga, a Power Ranger? I got to be called all these damn names because I'm teaching you how to look at your enemy for who they is. How to keep God's commandments. I'm crazy. The nigga called me crazy then. Call me crazy. I don't even give a damn. You can say whatever the hell you want because I had to listen to those tapes. I had to listen to them tapes right next to a Hispanic brother. Y had to sit down with Native Americans on Thanksgiving, we don't celebrate it, but I'm breaking bread with Native Americans as everybody is up there celebrating the slaughter, the rape of the Native Americans. Are you telling me I gotta effing love the white man? Read Ecclesiastes 12:10 again, man. This Bible ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. It's a survival book. You better open up your goddamn mind, man, and stop being stupid. We wondering why all our children is dying. We wondering why the prison system is filled up with us. Well, that's the reason why. Because we don't understand the damn truth. We look at this Bible like it's a damn joke. We teach the truth. We treat the truth like it's a damn joke. I would have seen if we had good results, Nathan. Right. I would have seen if we was getting good results. Your children is effing dying. I just seen a young man shoot a cop today. But we the crazy ones, Nathan. You the effing lunatic. You are the black sheep of the family. You the crazy Power Ranger nigga, right? But who got the answers to stop their kids from getting unalived? Who has the answers in your family to stop their daughters from sucking more ride? You understand? Then a doorknob turns in the damn bathroom stall at Applebee's. Who had the answers for that? I think you do, right? I think you do. Because we don't look at this book as a damn joke. We look at this as our survival manual. That's what it is. It's teaching us how not to be an evil bastard. When we walk around here with our heads so far up our damn asses, black people at the damn Met Gala thinking that they look like something. You look like an effing idiot. Every last black Hispanic and on white people too. Everybody that was step foot on that damn red carpet is disgusting in my eyes. We got so much shit going on in a black Hispanic Native American community. We got a young man that is fighting for his life. The young man want to graduate. You know what white people saying? He shouldn't graduate. He shouldn't graduate. He should be rotting in a jail cell. Your damn grandma should rot in a jail cell too. Your grandfather, your mother, your father, you and your whole family should rot in a jail cell. Just like that brother, if we're going to take it there. Because they benefit off of the oppression of our people. And, we sit here and we had these big heads on us. We feel like, you gotta love everybody. You tripping. Y'all don't even believe that yourselves. If you did, you wouldn't hate your baby father. You understand? You won't hate your mother and your father. You'll forgive them. You will have more compassion and forgiveness for them than you'll have for white people. You get what I'm saying, Nathan? Like, God is all love. Then why you got your baby father on child support? I'm wrong. You ever curse somebody in their own stupidity? You like, hold on. So I'm wrong, but you got your baby father on child support? We all know that he take care of his kids, but I'm wrong. Come on now. Let's read what you got.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 10. Chapter 12, verse 10. Mm-hmm. Never trust thy enemy.
Never trust your enemies, man. That's just what it is. Can't trust them. Can't trust them. Don't join them. Stay your ass away from them people. Spiritually, mentally. Don't involve yourself with these people, man. We have enemies. If you're a black, Hispanic, Native American, especially if you're a Hispanic, you should truly understand right now on the face of this earth that nobody loves you but blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. We all you got. Give me that. Let me get what is that? Zephaniah 2:1.
Come. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Yep.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
God said that we have to join ourselves together. That is a command from the Most High. And that's what we must do. That's why here in I.S.U.P.K, man, we always invite everybody. If you Black, Hispanic, Native American, come to class. It don't matter if you believe what we believe or not. Come to class and learn. Ask questions. Right? When we have feast days, we always invite everybody to come out. Because God said that we must do that. We must come together. We must be one. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1 again. We're going to go back there.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He should what?
Be set on high above all nations of the earth.
So God said, man, if you keep my commandments, keep my commandments, you can be above all people on the face of the earth. You know what that means? Little girls don't have to be mistreated if we in power, if we keeping God's commandments. Young men don't have to die by bullets and overdose. We don't have to worry about overdose because we are being rulership, right? The men of the Lord will be in rulership. We don't have to worry about, going home and feeling like somebody is going to unalive you or rob you or anything. It's going to be to the point a gun is all for hunting, practicing your shot, and just in case a nation wants to go crazy. Somebody wants to break against the law, but it would be so much good rulership that it would just be a blink of an eye. The Lord says it as we read about the power that we will hold. Read verse 2, please.
Come, verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee.
All these blessings shall come on thee. Now, why is the pastor not teaching you this? Why is the imam not teaching this? They teach you that you don't have to keep God's commandments. God said keep his commandments so that all these blessings shall overcome you. It shall shower you. You will just be blessed. Like, imagine you had a farm, I had a farm, right? And we just grow crops and they grow big as hell. I mean, they just grow. Imagine a watermelon. You get one watermelon, that one watermelon might last you damn near like 6 weeks because you was able to chop it up. Your trees is fruitful. Your ground is just fruitful. You got all types of vegetables. You understand? Your vegetables is way more vibrant. Like, do you know the difference of when you grow your own versus when the white man grow your stuff? Like, when you grow your own, you know that when you grow your own stuff, that you actually your produce is way better because you took your time to grow it. You're not adding all the pesticides and all that. You know what I mean? You actually took your time. Some people talk to their plants. I don't know if y'all don't get me started on that. That's that old Black Hispanic mother thing that they do. You got to talk to your plants. Well, all I'm saying is, if we serve the Lord, we'll be fruitful in every way, right? We have apple trees with the apple. As soon as you bite into it, You understand? Like, you got to be careful because you might get apple juice all on your damn shirt. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? You get oranges. You ever seen how them Asians be having? You ever seen how the Asians be growing fruit? Them Asians actually, they don't have to do all that extraness over there. You get what I'm saying? They actually able to grow crops. They not, America cut down trees, right? They cut down the female trees. They cut down certain trees that produces fruit because they don't want you to be able to not rely on them. Believe it or not, right? So when you keep reading in Deuteronomy chapter 28, it says, all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the Lord's voice, thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. So when you go out in the city, you're not going to have to worry about the police hunting your steps if we in rulership, right? You don't have to worry about racism. You don't have to worry about somebody mugging you. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to blow up a building. So you don't have to worry about none of that negativity, none of that bull crap, right? If we are in rulership, they say, the Bible says, when the wicked ruleth, the world is in mourning, but when the righteous is in ruling, the world rejoice. This world has so many resources to the point where nobody has to be poor. You don't have to be poor. Everything good? You walking like something wrong. The world has so much resources. It's to the point where we don't have to be. You don't have to worry about people being poor, right? People shouldn't have to be poor. You shouldn't have to pay for water, the whole nine. But again, you have people that want to have rulership. Like somebody, you paying to get some damn water is crazy, y'all. And if you try to pump your own water, you'll get sued. You'll catch a whole charge in certain cities, in a lot of cities. And that is out of pocket. But that's how they set this thing up. Because the wicked ruleth. But if the righteous rule, guess what? You can go out through the city and not worry about being hurt. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about some crazy person trying to walk past and snatch your child, right? You don't have to worry about that. And it says, in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Like when you go to work, when you out in your field, and when you out doing what you're doing, you don't have to worry about somebody trying to rob you. You don't have to worry about looking at somebody coming through with a horse or a car miles away, and now you saying, yo, we got somebody coming through, yo. Now you gotta get ready to defend yourself, right? You gotta keep your head on the swivel to the point where it's like, like how it is today. Yo, this dude in the lock here crazy. He said we at the range tomorrow. So boom, let's keep going. Verse 4, Bubba Shaw.
Verse 4. Blessed shall the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy ground.
The fruit of thy ground and the fruit of the body. Your children would be fruitful. You understand? Like your children would be safe. Your children would grow up to be strong and wise. They're not going to disappoint you like some of your sons and daughters do today, right? If we keep the commandments of God, if we make the Most High be on our side, the Lord will take away those issues and problems that we have today, right? When it comes to our children. And again, also when I was speaking about the crops, talking about on the ground, a lot of black farmers can't even thrive in today's economy because they're being blackballed. They try to get licenses and things like that approved. It take them like 6 to 11 years to get approved. While a white person, they put in their request and it takes them from 6 weeks to 6 months to get approved. right? Because the whole FDA thing is to try to keep you under their foot, keep you not being able to thrive. Because if a black farmer is able to do, be his own boss and really step on things the way how he can step on it, he can cut out the white man and be like, yo, listen, forget that. I'm out to serve to all black establishments. You know what I mean? But again, the United States getting, I think it's the agriculture department, they get involved and they just start playing bully ball. They also got caught with giving bad seeds. They actually they actually collect seeds from black farmers because they want them to produce a certain seed. You get what I'm saying? So now they want you to sow a bad seed. They actually give them duds. They were like, yo, man, my crop's not growing. And once the one guy, he took it to a lab and it was like, yo, this is not a real seed. I got that from the government though. This is not a good seed. Remember the brother? Did you see the video where the brother was actually the brother and the sister got farmland and white people just stop past their house and start terrorizing them, killing their cows and all that, and harassing them, letting off guns and putting up signs and all that? Yeah. That's what happens when the Lord is not on your side. Right? Keep going. Oh yeah, this is another thing. For people that understand about crops, we can't grow food the way how we would actually want to as a people in the cities, right? Like in the city, you can't even really grow crops. Like to try to grow crops in the city is a dangerous thing. You want me to tell you why? Because you can't grow it in your front yard. Because you grow it in your front yard, you can get sick because it's nothing but car erosion that's right in front of your house. Right? So now you got to do it in your backyard. But your backyard is not that big. Black and Hispanic people, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot that comes with it. Let's keep going. We're going to kind of run through this. We're going to cut it short. So.
Blessed shall thy baskets and thy stores.
Yeah. Your basket and your store is going to be low. We just brought that up about the black farmers. Right, the black economy is going to be trash. That's what it is now. Black people don't even want to buy a $40 t-shirt. Yeah, $40. Like when y'all sell stuff, I'm like, dang, dog. Y'all, them prices high, my boy. I don't care. Yo, man, give me that, give me that. I want that too. All right. So I caught this eye, you know what I'm saying? Make some more of my size. Shoot. We keep it going. You know what I mean? We ain't going to understand that it's a curse that, and I'd rather give it, be able to contribute. Because I know that not everybody can be able to thrive with their business out here in the world. Like if it was up to me, I would try to help everybody. But you can't help everybody. But I'm going to help those that I can help. You understand? And I know that the black dollar, you understand, doesn't stay within the black community. It comes in the community, and in a couple seconds, it goes right back out. All right, let's keep going.
Verse 6. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out.
Yeah, again, like how we say, yo, man, hey man, be safe, stay dangerous. We saying that because we don't have that blessing. We don't have that blessing. Right? And what we reading is a contract that we have with the Most High, what we have with God. The contract is if we do good, we get blessings. But if we do wrong, we get curses. Right? So now, hey, Nathan, call me when you get home. Right? Hey, bro, be safe, bro. Stay dangerous. Right? Nigga, most of the time, you got that firearm. you got your head heavy on the swivel because you got that firearm because you know where you might live at, it might go down. You know what I'm saying? You ever lived in a neighborhood when people was getting robbed?
God.
You was over in the neighborhood that I got robbed before. I was walking down Cobb's Creek, down in the woods part in West Philly. I'm walking to get to the other side because I was coming from up in Darby. I was going over. You can walk through the loop, so you won't have to go the long way into West Philly. So I'm walking. I say, "What's up?" The boy ain't say nothing to me. I ain't think nothing of it. Now my dumb ass had headphones on. Worst mistake in my life. All I know is I get hit with a gun. Boom! Now I ain't fall, but oh shit. So I turn back around ready to rumble. This nigga up the gun on me. I said, "Hey brother, you got it." You know what I mean? I had nothing on me. I had a cell phone that wasn't even on. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting to turn my phone back on, so my other phone was in the crib. I had the phone that I just listened to music and stuff like that on it. He took a phone. I ain't had nothing on me. You know what I mean? He took it. Now, I try to, Nathan, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. After he ran off, I picked up a boulder. I picked up like a rock. I was gonna hit him upside the head with it. I was like trying to creep behind him like this. I tried. He turned around like at the last minute. Nigga, you know what I did? I said, "Oh." I got back. The third, I'm like this. Zigzag. You know what I mean? I got out of there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't letting no shots off. Guess he ain't want to make no noise or nothing like that. But, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is to get robbed. I only got robbed for like a cell phone that wasn't even on. I mean, hey, you know what I mean? Whatever. But, it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? I'm sitting in the crib later on. I'm like this. I'm like, did I just get robbed? I just got robbed. Like, that is not a good feeling. You know what I mean? And, like, God don't want us having to go through that. Like, God didn't want me to have to get robbed that day for off. The phone wasn't even working, the thing. You feel me? It wasn't even working. I got robbed for a phone that wasn't even on. It was like a phone that I just had music on. Got robbed for my phone, the thing. I mean, I ain't gonna never get that phone back. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, right? God don't want you to get robbed. God don't want you to get robbed, all right? He wants us to keep the law so he won't have to punish us and give us a way to get him robbed. You ever got robbed before, Nathan? You got robbed before? Tell if you could, if you want.
If I could, I got robbed once, well, at an attempt robbery, I would say, because as the brother was robbing me, the guy that I guess was supposed to be the lookout that was across the street, he done ran over and I knew him. So he was like, nah, because I wasn't giving nothing up. I was, what do you mean? Like, I peeped the blitz. Oh, I was walking down Germantown. Late night, it was like probably 1, 2 in the morning. We was going to a gas station. And, I mean, it was
you talking about where the E-way at?
100 Park.
Okay.
So, like, you're going past Rex Field.
I know you're talking about you.
So, one brother, he walked by and he asked for, I guess, the time.
Oh, yeah.
And once we gave him the time.
Come on now. Listen, this is how you know we under the curses. The Jewish man don't got to worry about this. Niggas, we can tell you, I got robbed before. It's all good. I got robbed. I done robbed some people. Hey, listen, I'm a changed man now. But we can all contest to these stories. This brother just said, I got robbed before. Or attempted robbery. You know what I'm saying? But keep going, though.
Brother, he walked by, he asked for the time. One of the young boys I was with, one of my young boys, gave him the time, and then the boy just kept asking questions. And I tapped him, I said, no, we gotta come on, hurry up. So as we walking away, he still extra time, then another boy came over. And once the other boy came over, they just drew on him, like, yo, get that shit up. I'm like, oh, y'all not getting nothing from me. Like, this is my neighborhood. Like, I ain't getting nothing from me. I don't know what y'all niggas did.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we going back and forth a little bit. The young boy wound up getting all fast. And he got out of there, but it was like 2 niggas. And then probably like 2 minutes later, the bull came from across the street. And he was just looking the entire way. He was like, oh, he said, my government name. Oh, no, bro, he good. Yeah, my bad, bro. And then I just kept pushing.
Yeah, yo, and that's the crazy part. Like, we supposed to have brotherhood, right? When you look in the black community, we murder one another. You look in the Hispanic community, we murder one another. We hate one another. We don't get along. The issue is we should be able to walk home and be safe. We should be protecting one another. You get what I'm saying? Even the young boy that you was rolling with, I don't know how old he is, but guess what? Was he?
Probably 27 now, 32.
Yeah.
27.
Guess what? You understand that young brother? He scared for his life. He shouldn't have to be scared. You know, I don't even blame him from running. He's scared. You know what I mean? He seen them guns come out. You used to it. You know what I mean? You don't got no fear. He got fear. That young brother, if the righteous was in ruling, he shouldn't have to worry about that type of situation. He shouldn't be in that. He was a young boy, right? But I say all that to say this: when you go through these curses, right? Let's go to some of these curses, right? Read verse 14. Matter of fact, read verse 15, please.
Come, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So when your pastor tell you, man, it's all right, man. You don't gotta keep God's laws. Christ died so that you won't have to keep the law. The law is done away with. Let me tell you something. They okay. So people are smoking weed now, right? And the weed, they got spray on weed. People are really, it's called terpenes. And terpenes is what's going to cause a lot of people that smoke weed to catch cancer. Brother, people are buying spray on weed because they like the flavor. They like a little kid. I want mine to taste like Captain Crunch. I want mine to taste like bubble gum. I want it to smell like bubble gum and taste like Captain Crunch and Crunch berries. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. They already said it causes cancer. It's not good for you to consume it. Right? God said that you must keep his commandments. And if you don't keep his commandments, if you don't do what he tell you to do, you get what you have in our community. Look at the black and brown community. Destroy it. Right? Our people are so destroyed, it don't even make no sense. Right? Like in these pastors, these imams is telling you, oh, don't serve God. That is satanic. That is not God talking through them. That's a damn demon. I never tell Nathan, hey man, hey listen, let's go buy some prostitutes tonight. I got some hoes, man. What's up, man? We about to look, they down. We can do a 2-man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on this 2-man mission, dog. Look, we're gonna take them to the telly. You know what I mean? They're gonna do whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? That ain't what God wants us to do. I can't go teach that to Nathan. Nathan can't try to teach that to me. He can't try to teach that to the next man and woman. Right? Can't teach that. But that's what your pastor, your imams is teaching you. Right? Keep going.
The Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Go ahead.
Shall come upon thee.
Verse 22.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption, and with a fever, and with a
inflammation,
and with inflammation, and with an extreme burning,
well,
and with the sword.
It said that the Lord is going to smite thee with consumption and fever and inflammation. A lot of us is walking around with AIDS and HIV and herpes and syphilis and all type and chlamydia and gonorrhea. A lot of people was catching monkeypox. A lot of people got mad that I posted that picture of that person having monkeypox all in the mouth, all in the face, all of that. I mean, oh my gosh. Like brother, the sin is everywhere. And monkeypox was primarily in the gay community. You gotta go. Hey, matter of fact, you about to clip it in a little bit. You want to clip it in a little bit. You guys that bad? All right, go ahead. No sweat. It's all good. Do your thing. So what it says, man, that he gonna smite us with inflammation and fever and consumption, man. You gotta truly understand that your pastor is leading you down the wrong path. A lot of us is out here walking around with it because we never had the foundation of the Most High in our life from the beginning. Like these pastors, man, is effeminate men. You know, they allow women to rule over the damn church. There's no, you learning everything of Satan. Like at least like back in the day, you know, around, you know, when we came off of them plantations, like pastors they didn't have the truth that we understand now. But one thing pastors had was integrity. They was willing to fight and die for what was right. They actually had a moral compass. They wasn't down with things that appeared out of the spirit, you understand, of our, you know, of course, of our knowledge, because we didn't have what we have now in the world, right? But they had integrity. They wasn't down with the LGBTQ community. Now that's what it's down with. So now, because they allow the LGBTQ, they allow whoredom because the laws is done away with, and they're, you know, your pastor don't want to build a kingdom of righteousness. He want to build a kingdom of confusion and evil. Well, you're going to catch HIV and AIDS. You're going to get extorted by your baby mom. You're going to get pregnant by the wrong man, and he's going to say F that baby. He's going to leave you high and dry. You know, I just seen a sister. She got killed recently. She had her son. She was dealing with this brother that sold drugs, right? Lo and behold, she got killed. She got shot in the head in the car with her kids. Her kids is now growing up without a mommy. Daddy wound up unaliving the mom. Well, the pending charges was, the charges that they put together was drug, dopes, and guns. Right? Now, in the Christian church, that's okay to make money off of drugs. It's okay for you to go marry a man that you feel like you should marry. Right? Because in your mind, you think that's the best decision for you. But in reality, a man is your father, or a man that oversees you, that is your father figure or a big brother to you, is the one that's supposed to help you marry a man. That's how it's supposed to go. But because your pastor did not set up the foundation of the Most High, that's why we have what we have today. Right? When you look at Mexico, Mexico shouldn't be ruled by the cartel. People shouldn't be having to flee Mexico and South America. It comes to the Americas, it comes to the USA because they're being oppressed in their land from the cartels. Where those brothers, because they have warrior spirits, they should be actually coming together, making sure that the people is safe, that the people have somewhere. Like, imagine if the cartel said, you know what, we no longer going to destroy our people. We're going to build our own infrastructure without the government help. Do you understand what they can do in Mexico overnight? Mexicans, they be like, Hispanic people will be like, yo, I'm not going to America. You know what's going to happen? America is going to beg the same way Africans is begging black people to come back to Africa so that we can give them our money. The same way white people would beg Hispanics to come back. And again, the cartel has the power to be able to say, yo, you know what? We're going to have our own infrastructure where our people can thrive. We're going to turn this whole village, we're going to turn this whole city into something way better, way stronger than what it was before. We're not going to extort our people. We're going to actually put real pressure down. And I guarantee you, man, they will try everything in their power to destroy those organizations. All right. Let's go to verse 28. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me verse 30.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
So it says, man, you're going to betroth the wife. You're going to hire. It's going to be, what betroth mean again? I mean, that means you pretty much going, like, y'all about to get married, something like that.
Yeah.
Look at the word betroth. If you could. I'm going to look it up real quick. Huh? Alexa, what does betroth mean?
To betroth someone means to engage or promise them in marriage. This term is similar to the word affiance, which also means to engage in a marital arrangement. Both betroth and affiance are used in the passive construction, indicating that someone or something...
Stop. You heard what she said. So you're gonna be, hey man, this is gonna be my red. We already got everything. We engaged, whatever, however you want to put it. It's gonna be like, hey, this is gonna be my red. And the next thing you know, you're gonna walk in and you're gonna see her on top of another man. And he is rocking her world. That's what you're gonna get. And that's what we get today. Right? A lot of men that is like, yeah, man, this is my girl. So she's marrying another man right now as we speak. That is a curse sent from the Lord. Give me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy son and thy daughter shall be given unto another people, and thy eye shall look and fail with longing for them all day long.
Yeah, so you're going to see your son, you're going to see your daughter get sold. Many of our ancestors had to see that. Many of our Hispanic brothers right now is seeing it being taken and given into another people, being taken from ICE. Their children's being taken from ICE and put in concentration camps to be held by known pedophiles and criminals. You don't think that a lot of them children came up missing for a reason? All right, keep going.
Okay, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Verse 33.
There should be no no might in our hand, meaning that you're going to look at your children get taken away from you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is a curse. But your pastor, your imam, your priest, your Catholic priest said that you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you pay them damn tithes. Keep going, man.
Verse 33. The fruit of thy land.
Hold on, stop. Verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
Astonishment, embarrassment, a proverb. What else?
And a byword.
You be nothing but a nigga in a spick of wetback, a monkey, Jamal. They gonna call you whatever, Pookie, Ray. They gonna call you every disgusting thing in the book, because that's what we served ourselves. We served ourselves a plate of abomination, and we consumed that plate. But God wanted us to push that damn plate to the damn ground and be willing to die for this truth. Give me verse 41.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget a son and daughter, and thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Listen, you gonna have children. Our ancestors you can look at this in two ways. Our ancestors had children, children came about, and we knew that child was going to get sold to another master, right? Another slave master. They get sold. Understand? That was a horrible thing. You know what I mean? That we went through. A lot of people that you see today were bred on. A lot of people was bred like cattle. They had breeding farms where all the slaves did was have sex with each other so that they can breed stronger and faster slaves. You think that some of these athletes that you see on TV is not descendants of slave breeding plantations? They would, you know how they breed dogs and cattle. That's how they bred us, the same way. There's no difference. You think I'm lying? Go look it up. But you telling me I gotta love white people, I gotta forgive them. God forbid, man. You understand? It says that, man, that we have sons and daughters, we'll not be able to enjoy them because they were going into captivity. Well, look at the captivity of the mind. We have sons and daughters, but a lot of us lose our children to the system. A lot of our sons is getting locked up. A lot of our sons is dying. A lot of our daughters is believing in the mindset of being a bad bitch. You understand that, she can go ahead and be a whore or a lesbian. She can be these things that is so amazing of this world, but we will lose them. To end everything, right, to wrap this class up, shout out to you, Nathan, for holding it down. You know what I mean? I know it was kind of your last notice, but shout out to you for being here for that. Well, definitely appreciate it. One thing I want to say, to finalize everything, when you look at what Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans go through, the solution to our problems is the Bible. We are not going to fix these problems with social media. Social media is not going to be the outlet. Social media is not the answer. Your religions is not the answer. The answer is coming back to the Most High. Serving the Most High with all thy will, all thy might. You're going to have to sacrifice your happiness so that the next generations of your family and other families can prosper. We have to let go of our stupidity. Stop hiding our eyes away from the truth. Like the Most High says, and this is one of my last thing, the truth shall surely set you free. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid of it. With that being said, I love y'all. Shalom.